Scandal, intrigue, passion, and fate all collided in the first season of Bridgerton. After the first season finished and season 2 was revealed, fans were left with a slew of unanswered questions that would be addressed in the second season, including who is the new Lord Featherington? What does the future hold for the Bridgerton sons? Stay tuned to find out all the important unanswered questions we need answers to in Season 2. How will Lady Featherington and her daughter survive? This has been a very trying season for the Featheringtons in terms of scandal. Things have been tense lately, what with Marina's pregnancy turmoil and Lord Featherington's death. Lady Featherington, on the other hand, has proven to be a resourceful mother who's willing to sacrifice all for her daughters. What about the fact that they're cash-strapped? When she investigates Lord Featherington's desk after learning of his death and finds nothing, she realizes this. There's no guarantee that when the new Lord Featherington arrives in town, he'll be willing to take on the women. However, there is a way to save them. Lady Whistledown has made a lot of money with her scandal sheet, which has only been mentioned a few times over the season. Lady Whistledown is Penelope Featherington, by the way. As a result, she may prove to be the family's saving grace and provide for them. Will Eloise forgive Penelope if or when she learns the truth about Lady Whistledown? The true identity of Lady Whistledown was revealed in one of the most surprising twists in Season 1 of Bridgerton. Eloise Bridgerton is a shrewd young lady. Even yet, I doubt she will discover that Penelope Featherington, her best friend, is the author of the most sought-after scandal sheet. It's only a matter of time before Penelope is discovered, especially with the Queen on her tail. How will Eloise react once the shock has worn off? She spent the majority of Season 1 trying to figure out who Lady Whistledown is, so I can only imagine her fury when she discovers it was right under her nose all along. We must not overlook the fact that Penelope has been assisting her for the majority of this, and instead of sharing the truth with her companion, she kept it all to herself. What kind of parent will the Duke be? The Duke has been haunted by the ghost of his father throughout Season 1. Simon, who is a charming rogue who grudgingly participates in the season's events, may not have seemed like it at first. However, as we've peeled back Simon's layers, we've discovered that he's really putting on a show to mask his deepest pain, being rejected by his father when he was so young. We also heard that Simon made a promise to never have children, although an unreasonable one at that. As a result, when it came time to consider starting a family with Daphne, a disagreement between the couple arose. By the end of Season 1, Simon and Daphne had come to terms with the impact of Simon's pledge on their marriage and were able to conceive after their huge ball was thrown as a married couple. While it would be unrealistic to expect Simon to be exactly like his father as he adjusts to his new job as a father, it's worth considering how he'll handle being a parent given his own tragedy. The mere act of Simon meeting Daphne halfway and opening himself up to the notion of beginning a family was a major plot event in Season 1. Thus, forcing the Duke to become a parent will be a significant narrative option in Season 2. Will Simon be able to step up and be the father he so richly deserves, or will his worries about his new life role eat away at him? Now that we've answered a few questions, it's now time to get into those burning questions we need answered in the second season of Bridgerton. Are you dying to find out what the future holds for the Bridgerton sons, and who the new Lord Featherington will be? Also, let's do a quick recap on Season 1 so we can jog our memories on the action that happened in the first season of Bridgerton. Stick around to find out all the details surrounding these insane revelations and a recap of the first season. What does the future hold for the Bridgerton sons? Those Bridgerton guys, speaking of Benedict, have some huge stories ahead of them in Season 2. We didn't get to spend nearly as much time with the 3 grown-up Bridgerton sons in Season 1, but their roles in the narrative were crucial. There was Anthony, the eldest son, who was engrossed in a whirlwind affair with Sienna Rosso, aka Scarlett, an opera singer who toyed with his affections. Benedict, on the other hand, was largely looking for something to do with his life, which brought him to the bohemian world of renowned artist Henry Granville. Finally, there was Colin, who was temporarily involved in a potentially controversial relationship with Marina Thompson, a cousin of the Featheringtons. Season 1 closes with Anthony heartbroken after Scarlett's final rejection, and resigned, growing into his predetermined role as the Bridgerton family's overseer. Anthony is resigned to finding a suitable woman, even if it means entering into a loveless marriage, according to a final conversation with Daphne and Simon. But certainly Anthony can make room in his life for love, right? What about Benedict, for example? Will he continue to pursue his passion for the arts? Will he become more immersed in Granville's world and maybe become embroiled in a fresh scandal? Colin, on the other hand, will largely return in season 2 after spending time in Europe. Will he bring someone with him back to England? Or will he be unmarried and more vulnerable to Penelope's Featherington warm advances? Who's the new Lord Featherington? As the season draws to a close, Lady Featherington learns who will succeed her husband as Lord Featherington after his death. Viewers, on the other hand, aren't aware of this information. But we do know that she isn't overjoyed. The next male heir inherits everything according to customary Regency-era inheritance law. Due to the fact that they only have 3 daughters, it appears that a distant cousin or nephew will be in charge. Who's this newcomer or someone we've already met, and how will they deal with the Featheringtons' current scandal? Let's hope the answer to this query is given when the second season of Bridgerton premieres. Season 1 recap from the beginning. In 1813, the exhibition opens in Grosvenor Square. It tells the story of the marriage market over the holiday season. The queen is presented with the most recent mistresses. In front of the queen, one of the women passes out. The queen is then presented with Daphne Bridgerton. There's a sense of expectation in the room, and you can sense Daphne's trepidation, which is reasonable given how the series is built up to this point. The queen is taken aback and kisses Daphne on the forehead. In the first episode, Anthony Bridgerton is having a good time sleeping with Sienna Rosso. He then discusses how he might be able to chaperone Daphne to the Danbury ball. He emphasizes the need of safeguarding her. At the ball, Anthony Bridgerton ensures Daphne's safety by turning off suitors he thinks are unsuitable for her. Daphne mingles on her own and strikes up a conversation with Simon Bassett, Duke of Hastings. She's immediately taken with him. Marina Thompson appears in the story the next day, and Lady Whistledown wonders if the Queen should reconsider her praises. Lord Burbrook pays a visit to Daphne, who's clearly uninterested, and it's written all over her face. Daphne informs Anthony that Lady Whistledown has declared her unfit, blaming her brother for frightening everyone away. The starting of the series really introduces all the characters and the start of drama that's about to unfold throughout the show. To the end. The season ends with so much to discuss, such as Simon and his plans to leave London as soon as possible, according to the couple. They make plans for Simon's final commitments. It's clear they're pitting themselves against each other, and it's not going to succeed since they're in love. Meanwhile, Penelope keeps an eye on Marina, who's rushing to pack her belongings and return home. The first season of Bridgerton ends with both joyful and sad endings. Daphne informs her mother that she and the Duke have decided to part ways. George's brother comes to town and informs everyone that his brother has died on the battlefield. Daphne, who's accompanying Simon to a boxing event, inquires about his father's actions and demands an answer. Simon assures Daphne that he's acting in her best interest, that she'll be happier without him. Sir Philip, George's brother, asks Marina if she will marry him since he feels it is his responsibility. Lady Featherington thinks it's a good bargain. Marina is adamant about not marrying Sir Philip because she despises him. Daphne inquires about the Duke's letters to her father with Lady Danbury. The season's last ball approaches, and Eloise wishes to inform the Queen about the outcome of the Lady Whistledown probe, but she's stopped by a guard. The show finally ends with Benedict, who informs Eloise that he spent the night before with Genevieve. This information convinces Eloise that Genevieve is not Lady Whistledown. Lady Whistledown claims that she will come forward and expose herself one day, but this remains a mystery for now. There you have it, some of the fans' burning questions they have for seasons 2 of Bridgerton, and what the answers to these questions are looking like, as well as a recap on the first season of the series we all fell in love with. Thanks for watching.